Southwest Airlines is doing an about-face when it comes to employees requesting a COVID vaccine exemption. The airline had previously said employees would immediately be placed on unpaid leave while their vaccine exemptions were considered. That's no longer the case. Instead, the airline said exemption applicants will continue to work. Southwest will require them to follow all COVID mask and distancing guidelines applicable to their position until their accommodation has been processed. One of former President Trump's key lieutenants could face possible jail time following tonight's action by a special House committee. The congressional committee investigating the deadly January 6th attack on the U.S. Capitol unanimously recommended tonight to begin the process that could hold former Trump aide Steve Bannon in contempt of Congress. Skylar Henry has the latest from Washington.
The House Select Committee investigating the January 6th Capitol insurrection recommends former Trump aide Steve Bannon be found criminally in contempt of Congress for refusing to cooperate in its investigation. The former president's longtime advisor has refused to answer a subpoena to testify before the committee or supply requested documents.
It's shocking to me, shocking that anyone would not do anything in their power to assist our investigation. So it's a shame that Mr. Bannon has put us in this position, but we won't take no for an answer.
The committee considers Bannon's testimony critical. Maintaining statements Bannon made on January 5th suggest foreknowledge about the violence that erupted the next day, including remarks from his podcast.
All hell is going to break loose tomorrow. It's not going to happen like you think it's going to happen, okay? It's going to be quite extraordinarily different.
It appears that Mr. Bannon had substantial advanced knowledge of the plans for January 6th and likely had an important role in formulating those plans.
At least 4 former Trump officials have been served subpoenas, but Mr. Trump is urging them not to cooperate. He's filed a lawsuit to prevent the National Archives from providing key documents from his administration, which include details of conversations he had on January 6th. The former president insists he is covered by executive privilege, but the White House says executive privilege is not applicable here.
The former president's actions represented a unique and existential threat to our democracy that we don't feel can be swept under the rug.
Tuesday's committee action means the House will now vote on whether the recommendation should be sent to the Justice Department, which would then decide whether to prosecute. Skylar Henry, CBS News, Washington.
The House will vote on the recommendation Thursday. President Biden is urging the Justice Department to prosecute. The Minnesota high school soccer playoffs continue as Moorhead looks to continue its track to the championship game. Beth is in next with highlights.